Hello, everybody. How's it going? Thanks for joining me. It's no accident you're here. Uh, I want to talk about police officers today, and I got a video I want to play of a cop because there's good cops and there's bad cops. And right now, the good cops are being let go, and the cops that will abuse people take orders to just pull a guy off a bus and treat him like shit because he ain't wearing a mask or some shit. And those cops are being kept, and the good cops are being fired. And this guy, he put his message out of how he's there to protect and serve, and he upholds the Constitution. He don't want to hear about some order from some judge, some executive order signed by the governor. If it steps on the Constitution, that's not what I signed on to do. And they told him his message. They were like, "Man, that was so good. We stand right behind it." Well, then it went to 400,000 views, and they called him, told him to take it down. He said, "I can't take it down, and I'm not going to do that. That would be stepping on everything." And look, what I'm about to say, the day might be coming, the time might be coming where it's about time to lose it all or fight for what you want, what we need. It's really is might be what needs to happen in the future. Okay, like it's time to fight for what you believe in and lose it all or lose it all. Uh, so that's the way I feel about it. And
because I'm going to stand by my convictions, just like I said in my last video. Um, so yeah, it's weird, how fast your life can change in a week. It's something that I never thought would happen. I never thought that I would make a video that would resonate with millions of people that my video got. It's been viewed millions and millions of times. People all over the country have been calling me, texting me, sending me emails,
go get a cup of
comments,
coffee.
and the overwhelming majority of it has been positive. And so I think that's pretty cool because my whole thought process on making that video was trying to bridge the gap between law enforcement and the public. And I've seen both sides with open arms willing to embrace that. And I think that's a step in the right direction. So that's pretty cool.
There could be a world where people don't hate the cops, where it actually all works out. But
are you going to get in trouble? What happened to you, or is there any discipline any discipline taking place? And so I figured I'd take a chance and give you a little synopsis of the last 3 days of my life after posting that video. So I posted the video on Tuesday, was it May 5th? And it took a day or two before it really started getting a lot of traction. But the next morning when I woke up on the 6th, I think it was only at a few thousand views. And I had received a message from my command saying, "Wow, Greg, what a powerful message. We agree with that 100%. Well done." And that was actually a relief for me because I was like, great, I know that it's risky putting something out like that, but I felt like it was so grounded in integrity and liberty that no one would have an issue with it. So that was a relief. And then fast forward 3 hours later, I get another phone call from my command, and it said, "Hey, Greg, the video's up to 400,000 views. It's time to pull the plug on this thing." And I immediately, it kind of caught me off guard because I said, why would we want to pull the plug on something that was already acknowledged as a good and powerful message from one law enforcement officer to others? And I said, yeah, that doesn't really make sense to me. I think maybe we should embrace this message and we should share this with other officers. And he said, listen, it's not up to me. I have been directed to tell you to take the video down, and I need to know if you're going to take the video down. And I said, no, I can't take the video down. Because if you listen to my first video, the whole message that I was trying to share with people and impart on them is if you believe in something in your heart, you have to stand by that conviction, even if it costs you everything. And like I said last time, I have 3 little kids. I have this house. I have another house. I cannot afford to lose my job. But after putting that message out there and sharing that with America, and it was so well received, I can't then just say, even though that's what I believe, I'm going to take a step back, I'm going to retract my words, and I'm going to allow my command to prevent me from sharing my heart and my truth. I said, so with that in mind, sir, I can't take the video down. And you know, I didn't know where this was going to go. And I immediately started thinking about what are they going to try and gig me on? You know, what did I do wrong? What policy did I violate? And I got called back a couple hours later. And by this time, it was skyrocketing. Everyone in the agency was seeing it. Cops from when I was an officer down in Los Angeles, they were contacting me. And I got a call and I said, listen, the video needs to be taken down right now and you need to accept a letter of reprimand. Or we're going to take a very different approach to this if you say no again. Well, I'd already put myself on that hill and I had to be willing to die on that hill. They said they determined the video was a violation of policy and that if I wouldn't take it down, that allegations would be made against me and so on and so on. And so I told them, no, I'm not going to take it down. You do what you need to do. But the principle of it is rooted in truth. And it was a positive message that was received by millions and millions of people. If you want me to take it down, I have to respectfully refuse. And it was interesting because they kept citing different policies, you know, like, oh, was the social media policy or some of your equipment may have been identifiable. And that kind of seemed like a moot point to me. And it was strange because why was the message okay at 5 a.m. and then 3 hours later, there was a problem with it? And so I was later contacted by the chief of police. He's someone that I have great respect for. He's a good man to work for. And he's the one that shot me straight. And he said, Greg, if you openly defy your governor, you can't be a police officer in the state of Washington. And I told him, I said, you know what? I can respect that.
I respect that.
And if I were in your office, I would shake your hand and respectfully disagree and say, maybe I'm not meant to be a police officer in the state of Washington then. And here's my thoughts on that, okay? You have to do your research. You have to figure out what your true north is, what your truth is, and where you stand on issues. For me personally, I believe that the Constitution supersedes all other documents, all other laws.
That's what I'm talking about right
Case
there.
law supporting that. If you look at Marbury versus Madison, 1803, it says any laws.
Notice how my shirt changes colors?
Repugnant, meaning in conflict with the Constitution, are null and void. So when I look at how I feel comfortable enforcing the law, and I see people exercising constitutional rights, it doesn't matter if there's different executive orders, requests from mayors, requests from governors. To me, the Constitution supersedes that, and I'm going to stand with the people. Well, unfortunately, you know, higher up in all agencies, there's a political game being played, and now I am on a administrative leave status pending termination. I was told by both the agency and the union that I was asked to take it down, and I refused.
Fusion an order.
So that's refusing a direct order.
Look, blue shirt,
insubordination,
red shirt,
and it will result in me ultimately being let go from the agency. And I said, you know what? If that's what you guys have to do, if that video is so bad that you want to take my career from me, and you want to
fuck my life up,
you know, like potentially take my ability away to provide for my family because of that video, do it. Because I'm going to stand by my convictions, just like I said in my last video. So yeah, it's weird, you know, how fast your life can change in a week. It's something that I never thought would happen. I never thought that I would make a video that would resonate with millions of people. But
now let's continue to talk about the police officers. I'm a targeted individual. I'm attacked by this deep state or whatever already. Okay, they are here and they fucking set up weird shit. Well, the other day I caught a police officer stalking me and pulling their little bullshits that they pull. I'm not going to say exactly what goes on because I don't want to let them know what bugs me or what doesn't bug me or whatever, because it's a fucking game with these fucking assholes. You know, CIA made this shit up for the last 50 years trying to control people's minds. Well, he did his little deal and everything, and I fucking went around, and I come back, I got behind him, And he turns and heads back into the neighborhood. I go, you just left the house over here. And then you turn, you go back in the neighborhood, go a long ways around, go to this park. So I go on past him up like that. I come cruising back by him, and here he is pulling out of that park. Drives back to that house. And I drive by, let's second, and he's sitting there in his car, and we just look at each other. And he's a police officer in this town. So I don't, what do you mean? I feel safe. And I've caught the fire department. They've come to my house and gang stalked me. The fire department has gang stalked me right here at my own fucking house. I'll tell you about that one. But, I mean, really, they pulled a fucking street theater show for me out here. So I know the fire department's in it. The bad cops are in on it. And then what this guy says, the good cops and the people that care are getting fired and stuff. And they're people that are in position, governors around the states and stuff, are mean, evil fucking people ready to pass them executive orders that keeps taking our rights away. We're going to be freaking peasants. It's time to stand up and fight for what we believe in or lose it all. And thanks for joining me, and peace out.